Welcome to today's chair class. I'm Coach Lindsay. Thank you for joining me as always. Today we're going to be doing a chair full body strength. So it's going to be an all-inclusive class today. We're going to be getting some strength, some cardio, some mobility in. So it's a beautiful thing. It's an all levels class. So I will be providing modifications along the way. But let's talk about what you need first. First and foremost, a chair, of course. Just make sure that your chair is nice and sturdy, no wheels on that chair, no armrests if you can help it, just so we have full range of motion. And then because today is a strength class, you will need a set of weights. You choose your weight, whatever feels best for you today. I have 5 pounds. We're not going to be doing anything too crazy. So anything from like 3 to I would say 10 would be good. I like to stick on the lighter side since I'm up here teaching, you know. So anything that is best for you is good. If you don't have weights, you can always use anything that has resistance, a can of food, some filled up water bottles. You get creative. So before we get into our warm up, form is something I like to talk about before every class. So if you're new to chair classes, even though we're in the chair, it doesn't mean that we just get to hang out and it's not going to be an easy class, right? We still have to work. So that chair is there for support to take any impact off of the legs, but do not use the back of that chair. We're not leaning back and having a good time. I mean, we're having a good time, but we're not leaning back and relaxing. And so with that, we have good core engagement, right? So our feet need to be planted flat on the ground, a good 90-degree angle there with the knees. And that core, when I say engaged, just means that our pelvis is tucked under slightly and that belly button is sucked into the spine. So you don't have to have strong core engagement for the entire class, but anytime that we're doing upper body exercises or anything that requires a lot of moving about, we want to make sure that core is nice and strong, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with our first part of our warm-up, which is a high knee march. So opposite leg, opposite arm, just engaging that core, practicing it here while also firing up the hamstrings, the quads, getting some cardio benefit out of this. So again, anytime that you're in the chair, especially when you're lifting your legs, you tend to do a natural rock backwards. So this is your challenge to not rock backwards too far to where you're relying on the back of that chair. So you need to keep that core nice and strong. So let's talk about what we have going on today. We have 9 exercises. We're going to be alternating a lower body, an upper body, a core, and a cardio exercise, okay? So we have 9 exercises total, and then we're going to be repeating it twice. You have 40 seconds, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. So we're going to be moving quickly, but you get to choose your pace during those 40 seconds, which is a nice thing. So keep going with that march. We're going to add in some arm circles here, so you can keep those legs on the ground. Nice big forward arm circles warming up the upper body. We have, as far as upper body goes, we have biceps, we have back, we have triceps, and we have shoulders, okay? So we're doing all-inclusive upper body today. For lower body, we have calves, we have hips, and we have quads, are the top of our legs here. So getting all around full body movement today, which is nice on a Tuesday that feels like a Monday. Let's take those arm circles back, staying nice and tall here, like you have a string pulling at the top of your head. We don't want to see any slouching, so keep that back nice and straight. Excellent. Deep breath here. Let's bring those arms into a goalpost. So we start up and we bring it down, opening up the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades, and then come back up. If this is tough above your shoulders, you bring it forward and back. Same thing, just dependent on what you feel is best for your shoulders here. Really open up that chest as you bring your arms down, squeeze the shoulder blades. Excellent. Couple more here. Last one. Great, let's end with some knee pedals to warm up the hips. So sit nice and tall, hands on the hips or grabbing the base of your chair. You're gonna take your left leg, you're gonna bring it up, you're gonna extend, and you're gonna come down. So just like if you're pedaling a bike, we're warming up and mobilizing the knee joint there, also the hip. Bring that high knee up as high as you can, so you're really stretching out the hamstrings there. Just the left leg here as we start. Excellent. Couple more, we'll switch sides. And last one here. Excellent, other side. So high knee, out and down. Be mindful of that rocking, right? When we bring the high knee up, engage that core, keep yourself nice and sturdy on that chair. Excellent. Couple more here. And last one. Fabulous. Shake it out, grab some water. I'm gonna rapid fire demo all of the workout or exercises that we have today, and then we'll get started. So take a break here, just watch and listen. First exercise, lower body. So we're gonna be doing left, then our right. Hip rotations. I don't exactly know what to call them, to be quite honest, but we're gonna place a weight in front of us. We're gonna extend our knee and our heel is gonna touch the ground. We're gonna come up and over that weight, okay? So this is really mobilizing and warming up that hip joint here. So left side, 40 seconds, right side, 40 seconds. If you wanna add some resistance, you take your other weight and you place it right above your knee, and then you do the same thing. So up to you if you wanna add that extra, a little bit of resistance. Right and left. Then our third exercise is a bicep curl to a lateral raise. So feet flat on the ground, our elbows are glued to our sides. We bring those weights up, we come down, and then we come up level with our collarbone and we come down, okay? So bicep curl and lateral raise. Fourth exercise is high knees. This is a core exercise. So you can have your weights if you choose to, both above the head. We raise the knees, okay? Really working on that lower pelvic floor. If 2 weights is too much, you drop it, you do 1 weight. Or if anything above the head is too much, you just bring it down in front of you, okay? So lots of modifications for that one. Then we have a weighted burpee for our 5th exercise, which is such a fun cardio exercise. We take those legs nice and wide. We have those weights close to our chest. We come up, down to the ground and up, okay? You choose your depth. So again, if anything above the head is too tough, you come out with it into the chest. And then going down, you don't have to touch the ground if you can't, but make sure you are very mindful of that lower back, okay? So keeping that back nice and straight. If going too far down is too much, you just kind of hang out right above the ground and then you come back up, okay? Next, we have our second lower body exercise, which is a calf raise, okay? So taking those legs nice and close on the toes. You can have your weights for resistance if you want, or you can do this without any weights, but you come up on those toes and then you come back down. So up and down, really working on that gastrocnemius muscle here and mobilizing the ankle joint. So a little double-edged sword there. Then we have a back row to a tricep kickback. So slight lean forward, weights come out in front of us. We row backwards. So as you're rowing, your elbows are going back instead of up, and those weights are coming to your ribs instead of up at your chest, okay? So we take a row, we take a kickback, we come back and down. If that's tough on the lower back, you can come up between each rep, or you just stay stagnant here in that incline, okay? Then we have a seated bicycle for our core. So arms up, elbow to knee, holding those weights in hand if you want. You can also drop the weights for this. Last and final cardio exercise is a weighted half jack. So weight in hand if you want, again, up, same leg, same arm. If above the shoulder is too much, you just bring it across, okay? All right, mighty family. I feel like that demo was a workout in itself. Let's go ahead and get started. Left leg first. So find your weight, put it in a good spot right in front of you, a little off to the side there, okay? Once you have your weight planted, heel goes on the ground on the inner part of your weight. We're gonna go ahead and begin in 3, 2, and 1. So up and over, 40 seconds is all. Then we have a 20-second rest. So lots of rest still in here. Now this might not feel like a whole lot, you know, as you're just mobilizing that hip, but this is such a great exercise to do for that hip flexor. It's great for posture, great for core support. So even though it doesn't feel like a super tough exercise, always remember that any movement is great movement, even if you're not just like struggling through each repetition, because you certainly don't have to. 10 seconds here. Bring that leg up nice and high. Excellent. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. We have 20 seconds of rest. Whenever you're ready, place that weight over on the right side. We're going to tackle the right leg this time, but don't worry, we still have 10 seconds of rest. So during this rest time, you kind of choose. If you just want to sit, let your body recover, you can. If you want to get into a little march, you can. It's not a lot of time though, so just be mindful of that. We're going to go ahead and begin that right side. 3, 2, and 1. So up and over that weight. I think for me, since we're repeating this whole set, I'm gonna do no weight on that leg first time around. Second time around, I might try a little challenge. We'll see. So I might challenge you to do the same. Excellent. Up and over that weight. Really control that rocking. So keep that core nice and tight. leg comes up. Fabulous. 10 seconds. Excellent. 3, 2, and 1. Shake those legs out. You'll start to feel that right there on the top of the quadricep muscle in between the hip and the pelvis. So go ahead and grab those weights. We're gonna get into our upper body exercise this time. We've got 10 seconds of rest still, so take it. But as a reminder, feet flat on the ground here. That core is nice and engaged. We do bicep curl to lateral raise. 3, 2, and 1. So all the way up, all the way down, lateral raise. Go at your own pace here. If you notice that you are rocking with this, drop your weights, choose a lighter set. You can also do this with just your body weight, but form trumps everything, okay? So even if you're trying to go for higher weight, if you notice your form is not great, you're not doing yourself any favors. So be mindful of that. Excellent. Up and up. 10 seconds here. Can you sneak in a couple more repetitions? 3, 2, and 1. Fabulous. Drop those weights. I'm gonna rest them on my legs because it's a chore picking them up and down off the ground. Why am I gonna add more work that I don't have to? So keep those weights in hand. I'm just gonna rest them on my legs. We got the high knees coming up. So remember your modifications. You can have your weights up here. You can just do one weight, or you can have them out in front, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and begin. 3, 2, and 1. So high knee, keeping that rocking to a minimum. So your butt is glued to your chair. Your core is nice and engaged, and you're gonna feel this in your lower pelvic floor area. Deep breath. Holding those weights above the head adds a little bit of extra resistance and challenge for the core. You might feel some shaking. That's normal. I'm in it with you. 10 seconds. Squeeze that core, that belly button, draw it towards your spine. Stay nice and tall. 3, 2, and 1. Fabulous. Drop those weights. Roll those shoulders back away from your ears. We have a weighted burpee coming up. We're halfway through the set, so hang in there. We've got about 10 seconds left. So as a reminder, legs come nice and wide. Weights start at the chest. We come up, chest, down, chest. Okay, let's begin. 3, 2, and 1. So up, down, middle, up. There we go. Now remember, keep your back nice and straight. Use your core to draw yourself back up rather than that back. Excellent. This is meant to be a cardio exercise, so go nice and quick if you can. You've got 20 seconds left, halfway through. Breathe. Excellent job, Mighty Family. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Rest those weights. Roll those shoulders back away from your ears. On deck, we have calf raise, okay? So again, you can do this with or without your weights. If you're using your weights, just kind of hold them right on top of your knees. You can kind of rest them like this. It's a little bit easier. We're gonna have our feet inward a little bit. And let's go ahead and begin. 3, 2, and 1. So up on the tippy toes, squeeze, and then come back down. So this is not meant to be a quick exercise to where you're up and down, up and down. That's not doing anything for you. So when you're up, hold it, squeeze the calf muscle, and then come back down. Great ankle mobilization here. So if you're someone that has really tight ankles, this is a great exercise to do. Excellent. Nice big deep breaths here. A little break from that cardio, allowing you to catch your breath a little bit. 15 seconds. Excellent job. We've got 3 more exercises left. Then we get a nice minute break. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Roll those ankles out. Get a little bit of a stretch there. So 20 seconds of rest here. On deck, we have our back rows to our tricep kickback. So remember, slight lean forward, stagger those legs a little bit so you have some good surface area here. Start with those arms down, nice straight back. 3, 2, and 1. So we come up with that row, back with the kickback, together and down. Remember, with your row, you're pulling the elbows back and the weights towards your ribs versus up and then your chest. Again, if your back is starting to feel it, you can take a rest in between each rep You got 15 seconds, hang on to it. Almost done with this first set. Excellent job. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Finish out whatever rep you're on. Come back up nice and slow. Shake it out. Roll those shoulders away from the ears. Last and final exercise is the weighted half jack, okay? So again, you can drop your weights if you want. Otherwise, same arm, same leg, and we go ahead and begin in 3, 2, and 1. Wow, those 20 seconds went by way quicker than the others. Again, remember your modification. If anything above the shoulder is tough, you bring it out in front. Excellent. I had this exercise in our cardio chair class last Tuesday with 3-pounders. Let me tell you, 2 extra pounds, this is a bit tough. I kind of regret my weight choice today, but I don't regret it because you know what it's doing? Making me stronger. So same as you. Always increase your weights when you feel like you're getting comfortable. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Fabulous. Drop those weights. Give your wrists a break. Roll those wrists out. We've got a minute of rest here before we begin again. So first set is done. Take your breather, get your breath. If you want to join me in a little bit of a march just to keep the heart rate up, you can, but this is your time. Now, first set is done. Second set's coming up, right? We know how everything feels. We know how everything feels the way we did it the first time. So this time around, challenge yourself. If you feel like you might need to increase your weights, go for it. You choose, but I will tell you this, like I said before, if you're comfortable, you're not growing, you're not building, right? So make yourself a little uncomfortable for about 10 to 15 minutes. That's all we got left, and then you're done. So be mindful of that. We've got about 30 more seconds left in our cool down here. Again, if you want to just keep mobilized with that march, you can stretch it out if you need to. I might take these last 10 or 20 seconds here to open up the legs and stretch out those hip flexors before we begin. So let's go ahead and get set up. Second time around, we have that weight there in front of us on the left side. I'm going to add some resistance with my other weight here. So we have the heel on the ground on the inner part of the weight. And let's go ahead and begin. 3, 2, and 1. Second time around here. Let's challenge ourselves a little bit, right? Not too much. Still a Tuesday that feels like a Monday. Excellent. This extra 5 pounds of weight on my leg definitely makes a difference. I'm feeling it. Keep that leg nice and straight, up and over. Excellent job, mighty family. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Oh, we just count down by 5s at this point. It's almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Rest it out. Shake those hips out. Same thing on the other side. So pull that weight over. You still have 15 seconds of rest, if I can catch my breath, and then we'll go ahead and begin. So take your rest, but go ahead and get yourself set up. Heel on the ground on the inner part of the weight. And let's begin. 3, 2, and 1. So up and over. Keep that core nice and tight here, okay? By now we're tired. We want to relax the core and just rock, right? That's what our bodies want to do. Stop your body from doing that. Excellent. Up and over. If it helps, you can hold on to the base of your chair if you're starting to feel a little wobbly, but also remember, if you feel like your form is being sacrificed by challenging yourself, you drop the weight. 10 seconds. Excellent job, mighty family. Finish out a few more reps. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Ooh, shake those hips out. That's a tough one. Grab both weights. We have 20 seconds of rest here, but on deck we have bicep curl to lateral raise, okay? So as you remember, feet flat on the ground, core nice and tight. We start with the bicep curl and we begin. 3, 2, and 1. So glued, elbows glued to your side, and then you raise. Always, always keep those elbows glued to your side, because if you don't, you're not allowing your bicep to have full engagement here, right? You're using momentum, or you're using your shoulder for bicep curls versus your bicep. Excellent. Keep those weights at collarbone, nothing above. Great job. 15 seconds, hold on to it. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job, Mighty Family. Rest those weights on your legs, or you can drop them, roll those shoulders out. We have the weighted high knee on deck for our core. We got upper body, lower body, core, and cardio all in one. I love these workouts because you just get to do everything in a short amount of time that's effective, okay? So bring those weights up or in front of you, whatever's most comfortable, and we begin. 3, 2, and 1. So raise that knee, squeeze that core. Belly button towards your spine, no rocking here, okay? Nice and steady. Excellent job, Mighty Family, keep it up. 15 seconds. Great job. 8, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those weights. Ooh, roll those shoulders out. Stretch out any of the hips that you need to. We have weighted burpees on deck, okay? So take those legs nice and wide. You still have 10 seconds of rest though, so take it. Again, during these rest times, you can keep yourself in a march if you want to, but man, take your rest also. So start with those weights at the chest, and we begin. 3, 2, and 1. So up, chest, down, chest. Excellent. Again, remember, you can come out and down. Can we speed it up a little bit now that we have it down, right? We know what this exercise feels like. We know that it's supposed to be a core exercise. So can we kick it up a notch here? Excellent. We've got 15 seconds. Great job, Mighty Family. 8, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Ooh, roll those shoulders out. Again, you can drop the weights. I'm gonna rest them on my legs. We have calf raise coming up. So if the first time you didn't add resistance, I challenge you to add a little bit of resistance, even if it's just for part of the 40 seconds, right? So put those weights right above your knee, bring those legs in just slightly, and we begin. 3, 2, and 1. So up and down. Make sure to fully pause, engage that gastrocnemius, that calf muscle before you come back down. Great job. There is a little fun fact, 2 muscles in your calf, gastrocnemius and your soleus. And the soleus is really tough to work because it's kind of behind or in front of the gastroc. We got 5 seconds. I'll finish my story. 3, 2, and 1. 20 seconds of rest. And one of the only ways that you can really work the soleus is by sitting down and doing this seated calf raise motion. Something about standing up prevents your soleus from being worked to its full potential. Your gastroc kind of takes over. So fun fact, if you really want to work on that soleus, do some seated calf raises. A great way to work it, okay? So we take a slight lean forward, back row with tricep kickback. 3, 2, and 1. So pull back, tricep, and come back down. Keep that back nice and straight. Taking a gaze at 45 degrees helps. So if you're looking straight down, you're more likely to draw your neck down. So take a gaze 45 degrees in front of you, and then that'll help keep your back and your neck nice and straight here. Excellent. 10 seconds. Keep it going. 3, 2, and 1. Drop those weights, come back up. Roll those shoulders back away from your ears. We have 2 exercises left, seated bicycle and our weighted half jack, okay? So again, weights can come up or you can do this without your weights. And we go ahead and begin right away. 3, 2, and 1. Right across here. Really squeeze that core. Excellent. Meet in the middle, right? So elbow to knee, not your upper body or your lower body doing all the work. Let them share. Excellent job, mighty family. 10 seconds. Sorry, 15. I promise I'm not intentionally making you do more. My math wasn't aligning. 8, 3, 2, and 1. Fabulous. Roll those shoulders back away. Last and final exercise is our weighted half jack, okay? Whew, I'm losing my breath at this point. I'm sure you all are too. 10 seconds left. Last and final exercise, then we can stretch it out, okay? So same arm, same leg, up or across the body works. 3, 2, and 1. Up and over. Excellent. Really get that leg out. This is actually a really good full body exercise, not just a cardio, right? You're working your core, your hips, your upper body. I like doing things where I can do multiple things at once, right? I'm a mom, I don't have a lot of time. So if I can find these complex exercises that work multiple muscle groups, man, is that a time saver. 10 seconds. Excellent job, mighty family. 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. Roll those shoulders back, drop the weights. We're done with them. Let's take a second, roll out those wrists. We have the weights in our hand for quite a long time there. So deep breath, roll out the wrists. We'll get into some stretches here. Amazing job. It's a lot of movement in a 30-minute time frame. So be proud of yourself. Let's do some knee hugs, stretch out the hamstrings and the quads. So left knee comes up, you can scoot forward in your chair. This is the only time I'll ever allow you to lay back in your chair. Pull that knee towards your chest. You can roll that ankle out simultaneously as well. Excellent. Deep breaths, let that heart rate climb down slowly. Let's switch legs, right side, knee to chest. Pull that knee as close as you can to your chest and then roll out that ankle. Excellent. Let's get into some side reaches. So we're going to sit nice and tall, legs come a little wider than shoulder width. Rest that right arm on your leg and reach over. Great core stretch here. Keep that back nice and straight though, right? So we don't want to come down like this. We don't want to arch the back and go back either. So keep that back nice and straight. Reach for that wall. Switch sides. Excellent. Come back up. We're going to do a couple forward folds just because it's a great full body stretch. So inhale, bring those arms all the way up, reach. Really open up the chest, open up the core, and then forward fold down nice and slow here. Touch the ground if you can to help stretch out the hips. If you can't, you can grab the ankles, the shins, whatever feels best. And then when you're ready, we're going to roll the back, coming back up. Excellent. Deep breath. One more. Inhale. I've got sweat in my eye. That's always a little fun. Stretch, open up the core, and then forward fold. You can dangle here, whatever feels best. It kind of feels nice on the back there. And then when you're ready, round the shoulders and roll back up. Nice and tall. Excellent job, mighty family. Thank you so much for joining me for today's full body chair. I will see you all on Thursday. Have a great rest of your week.